There's always something with this internet when I take. So I'm gonna pay attention to it so you guys don't miss what I have to say. But first of all, blessings, you guys. I want to talk about when you get with the narc. So we're gonna just let go. Let's get it. And it's part of the future faking part. Okay, like I was saying, it's like the future faking part. When you sit down and think about it, oh, there go the ducks again. It's like you're thinking that you're about to have this whole life with them, and everything seems to like be real. You're so happy, and you're not knowing what they know. You're not knowing that this is just a big setup for something that's not real, something that's never going to happen at all. So you don't know that. So you're building this life, you're building a home, you're building a career. Some of you even building a family or married them or whatever. And the whole entire time, it was never real. Narcs want you to play house with them. You know, who's 6 years old? You know, it's like when you was 6 years old, you like to play house and, you know, just being kids or whatever. But they are dangerous kids in grown people's bodies. They are dangerous kids in grown people's bodies because mentally, they never grow up mentally. But because they are an adult, male or female, because some of these narc females can take a bro down. Hey sis, I decided to take a walk. I hope this wind ain't too much, but it just feels so good out here. I know I got some news coming up, and I don't know what the news is going to be, so I'm just trying to distract myself right now doing this video until I figure out what the news is going to be. But we're talking about how, you know, playing house with these clowns, because when you discover it all, because we always say narcs, whether they're married or not, they're always single. They're always single. You're just there for show. For whatever reason, you are just there for show. You know, you probably just there to make them look normal. You know, I don't mean to laugh about it, but pretty much that's always what it is. You're just there to make them look normal until the mask come off and you discover what they really are. And then they want to get mad at you. They want to get mad at you when you discover what they really are. So you're building this whole foundation with them, you know, and you're excited and that love bombing or whatever stage you might be in, but that love bombing stage or that future faking stage is like, it's real to you. Excuse me. It's real to you, but it's not real to them. It's not real to them at all because they know you're just a placeholder. They know that you are just a placeholder. And who wants to be used for something like that? You know, I'm just here until you thinking that you're finding something better on the greener of the grass. Ain't nobody got... Who the hell got time for that, okay? Who the hell got time for that? They don't care about who they hurt in the process. But at the end of the day, the only one that gets hurt is them. Because you can build yourself up. You can fix yourself back up. You can get back on your feet. You can, you know, now you learn, so you'll never fall for those tricks again or whatever. But they gonna always be stuck. Just look at this, y'all. And it's just a little small body of water. And, you know, I got to keep looking because a gator could be up in this damn water. Imagine this little body of water. It's big enough, but imagine. But they can't go any further than this body of this water. Although it's water everywhere else and they want to get to the other water. This is when they spiral. This is when they have the narcissistic, what do they call it? Clash? Or, I don't know. Clash, I'll say. When they spiral. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, I lose frequency. I'm going to read your question in a minute. But when they get to the point where they burn so many bridges, they only can be allowed to be in this body of water. And now this Florida. We got beaches. We got, you know, ponds. We got lakes. We got water everywhere. Be a gator. And the gator in the water is the... The gator in the water is the narc new supply, which is a narc too. So the narc running around this little body of water trying to get away from the narc that they left you for or whatever. So what did you say, sis? You said they are everything. They're nothing as mama said they'll be. Yeah, my phone is acting up. It's just the internet because I'm out and about. Yeah, but you know what? They mamas sometimes, I ain't gonna say them all, was nothing. We talked about the other day how the evil, narcissistic family like train their kids to take on this evil legacy. It's like, okay, the grandpa and the grandparents were narcs, and then the parents was narcs, and then the person that you was nothing fun. It's nothing fun at all. Because you're building something that don't even belong to you. And at the end, if it even does belong to you, you're capable of losing it when you're with them. You lose everything. The other day I said how you guys lose yourself. Like, we was all talking about the before and after pictures and everything. And I was like, I don't know what made me take that picture. The first day that I was out, but I was so drained. I looked like I was like a walking zombie. But something said, take a picture. So I took a picture of myself in my worst state and I just stored it away. And then now here I go, now years later, people are talking about how they look before and after. And I was just like, wow, I think this was on mental illness page. And yeah, it was that was on his page. But then when I went on the live with Horio, it was kind of like we wasn't talking about that, but it was similar. And I was just like, yeah, you're never the same. You're never the same. You're never going to look the same, whether you gain weight, lose your hair, illnesses or whatever. But you never had the most illness until you got with them. And then after you got done house with them, then you're noticing that you're getting better, your health is getting better, you're looking better and whatever. That's why I don't know if anybody's still with a narc, but if you are still with a narc, you can like do this little experiment and like do before and after whatever journal or photos or videos of yourself, and then look at them videos or pictures or read your journal after you've been done with the narc for an extensive amount of time too. And watch the difference. Watch your glow up. That's why when they say glow up, it's not just getting your bag. Like your skin, your face, your body, everything tends to glow up once you're done playing house with these clowns. You was in a house of horror. You was in a house of hell. Some of these damn scary movies that they make, they don't just make these damn scary movies because they was creative. Like, somebody wants to be creative in the studio. No, they're not just making these things up like they're creative. No, they're getting this from real life. Most of these stories actually come from the Bible. They're just recreating them or whatever. But narcissists are demons. They do have demons. They do fight demons. And what do demons do? You know, they find other people to host in. But every person that they encounter is not as weak as the narc. Some narcs not even narcs. Some of them get to the point somewhere in life, I believe, just my theory, that they get older and their life is just like was so good, and then they got to the point where they couldn't handle life. It's just like anybody that just like started doing drugs. They couldn't handle life, and now demons are taking over. Like they could have never done nothing to hurt anyone, or people probably never done anything to hurt them. They just hurting themselves. But they get to the point where they have to do what they have to do to maintain the life that they want to live. So I know that was a little bit off, but my point being is they just want you to play house with them. They're never going to tell you that in the beginning. They're never going to tell you what this really is until you find out the hard way. But the sad thing is, they got to do this over and over and over again. I'm trying to think of this movie. And sis, if you can remember this movie, it was a movie or was it a TV show? I don't know what it was, but the person kept dying over and over and over again. They'll wake up and it's a dream. And then they'll go through a whole day and then they'll die again. Then they'll go through a whole day and they'll die again. I cannot think of that movie. Sorry, guys. If anybody can, please put that in the comments. That's a narc. That's a narc. If they can sleep, because they don't sleep at night, but if they can sleep, They wake up and they live their nightmare all over again. They wake up and they live their nightmare all over again. And even though each dreams are different, they still got to wake up and live that nightmare all over again of who they are. Actually, to the point that when they're no longer alive, breathing, that's when the reality really kicks in, because it's not going to be they're having a nightmare and wake up. They're just going to be living that eternal nightmare, whether they believe in it or not. They'll try to gaslight themselves and act like they don't believe that they will have to pay for the things that they did in life. We all do. We all do. So I don't know what y'all finna go nowhere. Drink a moment. Y'all see this duck? Y'all see these ducks? I remember one time going to a pet zoo with the nog, right? And it was a larger duck than this, but it was a female duck, and she had her little nest, snuggled in wherever she had it, like with the water or whatever. So we're walking back. Even animals know good and bad people. Let me tell you what happened. So she had a little egg. She was sitting there. I walked by. Snake ass friend was kind of behind me, and then Narc was last or whatever. So when I walked by, all I see, I turn around and the duck was chasing the Narc, beating the hell out of the Narc with its feathers, and just beating and chasing the Narc, and Narc's trying to play it out cool, like Narc don't want to run or whatever, but Narc was getting mad or whatever, but we're laughing, and I was just like, I was like, you done pissed off that damn duck. That duck chased and beat the hell out of Narc, and Narc was just like trying to get mad and talking about the duck like whatever, and being the victim because the duck attacked. Look, animals know evil ass spirits, and she was protecting her damn eggs. And then let me tell you about this pet zoo. I think this is the Holy Spirit pet zoo. So as we keep going, and fake ass friend, we stopped to look at the monkeys, and all the monkeys I'm not making this up. All the monkeys started throwing the poop at the Narc through the cage, and I'm like, I'm about to back up. And then no, they wasn't. What's the ones with the butts? I think bamboos. Yeah, the bamboos. And then so the bamboos start coming around, and they were eating, and they were really trying to get to. She's standing there looking, and they're really trying to get at her. And so the more closer that the Narc tried to get close to her, they kept throwing the poop at the Narc. And she's standing there. So I yell across. I say, "Are you on your time?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, they can sense that. They're horny, and Narc is getting attacked." And that was my first red flag that I should have known something. The animals was trying to tell me. Y'all. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it here. I know that was way off topic, but these ducks, they just triggered me with that moment when I got his ass beat by the ducks. I was like, I wish I was that duck. Like, I would have put more strength into them, to them feather pounds. Like, man, but I got to go. I hate that because usually I talk my way back, but I got to go. It's still a nice, beautiful evening. I hope this video went all the way through, because like I said, it always cuts off when I'm walking and whatever. So I made sure that I tried to stay still for this. Let me see if I can turn this on. Where you go? Can I get some light? It's just the ducks are cheering me up right now, but I got to go figure out what's going on and if everything is okay. God bless you guys. See y'all on the next one. I know I had another one. If I think of it on my way back, I'll pop back in. Be blessed.